Okay, and before I get on the road, I want to say there's a couple of things that are challenging driving this Class C RV, and it's something that I don't really think people are aware of. But prior to purchasing this, I did see a video about the sway or the drag that is associated with driving a Class A. And I did own a truck prior to getting this huge, E450 Class C. And there's something that really always gives me this little heart palpitation moment, and that is the drag that I feel, the sway that comes. And it happens mainly when I'm going slow, when I'm going over a bridge or river or something, and I'm just starting out and I'm 20 miles an hour because there's a curve. I can feel the wind so much more than when I'm going 80 miles an hour. Now, someone did make a video saying that they purchased something that they were able to install in their Class A RV, and when they installed that, it made it to where you don't feel the wind as much. It kind of stabilizes the steering wheel in some kind of way. I'll have to do more research to find out what that is. But that's the one thing that kind of makes me feel oh my God, right? The rest of it is pretty easy. Once I'm going at least 70 miles an hour, it's really good. There is a thing that happens when a semi is coming next to you. You can feel it. And I noticed that when I'm in a great deal of traffic and there's 3 lanes of traffic, and say I'm in the middle lane, I can definitely tell when there's a huge monster truck coming up on the side of me, as far as it moves it a little bit. And I did have that feeling when I used to have my travel trailer, and when I would pull it behind my truck, there was something that they told us to watch out for, and the fact that you can kind of jackknife with it. If you jump too fast, because there's a wind drag that occurs with the travel trailer. And I remember that happening. At least this is all one unit, so there's no real jackknifing. You do have to be more careful with this when it comes to taking curves. You see those curves that say tip over notification, kind of that little sign. And that's because if you have things in your RV, you pack your RV, you're going to have things on one side or another. And depending on the way your RV is built, storage might be heavy on, say, the left side than the right side. And that depends on where your kitchen is, and if you have pots and pans, or if you have tools and you have them stored on one side of the RV versus the other, it's going to make that side heavier. When I drive, I pay close attention to my tires and where the pressure is, and to see where I have more of a load. And I'm really, really careful when I'm making those curves. And most of the time I'm doing a white. Look at this. Look at this mess. Do you guys see that? That's an Imagine travel trailer. I used to have an Imagine travel trailer, and I used to pull it with my F-150. That's a Chevy. It's just showing up right now as I'm talking about it, although that was longer than the one that I used to have. I've seen 4 Imagines today. 4, I'm telling you. But anyway, I do like them, just so if anybody's looking at getting a travel trailer. But it's not on this one because it's my old channel. I did have a problem with the Imagine, and it was from manufacturer defect. So you just got to be careful. I would have the roof inspected because they did have some defects in the brand new ones. So anyway, all right, back to what I was saying. The load, the way you stack things and store things impacts your RV when you're making turns. So I do try to balance things out, and I shift things around sometimes just to make it easier for me. So, all right, I'm gonna head back out, and because it's not raining right now, and I do drive in the rain, but when it comes down really, really hard and people are slamming on brakes, for me it's easiest just to pull over, right? Because I can go to sleep anywhere. Bye.